All right, so first thing we do is we go to FamilySearch.org. This is the home page, and we're going to sign in just with your regular LDS sign in credentials. Then we're going to go to the indexing tab, of course. You can go to web indexing from the drop down, or you can just click on indexing and go to web indexing when it opens up. So anyway, we're going to web indexing. Then next thing we do is find batches. Now I have mine set at a difficulty level for beginners. And so I only have two different options. Now I will say that the birth records option, you're going to spend about 5 minutes working on one person's birth certificate. This one, the military duty, is a whole list. And, in 5 minutes, you can index something closer to 20 or 30 records. So you get more bang for your buck for a competition if you're wanting to get more indexes done. So I'm going to go ahead and click here to index this one. So here is the record of people to be indexed. And over here, it says, should this image be indexed? It's a yes. If it were a blank sheet, that would pretty much be the only time you would say no. But if there's any information on it, it's going to be yes. So hit yes and next. Okay, this first one has already been done. The record number is 1495. We see that right there. The township is Iowa. Okay. Surname is, hard to see. And so this needs a little bit of time. So I'm going to work through this and then come back. Okay, so what I did was I just used the roller on my mouse to make it bigger so I could look at it more closely. And I decided that they were right, thinking that it was Walson. I didn't have to type that in. I got WGH. So that's what I put for the given name. And the age over here is 40. And so, do you see more information on this image to index? Oh yeah, there's a lot. So I'm going to hit yes, create entry 2. Now, if there was not more, like for a birth certificate, for example, you're only seeing information for one individual. And so you would say no, submit batch. But for this one, there's more. So I'm going to do create entry number 2. And then I'm just going to go through and fill everything out. And then hit create entry 3. And then basically I'm going to index this entire thing. And then when I get down to the bottom, listing all of these people, that's when I'm going to hit submit batch. So I'll wait till I get there. I'm just going to pause. Okay, so I just wanted to point something out real quick. Right here, this where it says post office, I actually did a Google search and I discovered this is the township. So when it asks for the township, I put in Caledonia. And so I'm going to have to go through each of these and change them each time. But I put in the record number, 1496. The surname, the best that I could make it out, it looked like WARNT. I can't tell if that's supposed to be something else. And then a J as the given name and age 40. And then I'm going to move on. So that's how I did that one. So I couldn't read this one at all. So I had to make my best guess. I Googled INGART Grove, Ingart Grove, and that is what it was called. So anyway, Google helps. And then I just thought it was fun. This next one is Mormontown. That's what I'm working on right now. How awesome is that? Okay, so I have made it down to the bottom of the list. There were 36 entries. So basically I'm going to get credit for 36 indexes. And now that I'm done, I made it all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to submit batch. And this is how it goes. No issues were found. If there was an issue, I'd have to go back and make some corrections and clean it up. But anyway, no issues, submit batch, and then celebrate, woohoo. And now I can just click on this and continue working for another similar batch. Like it's gonna look almost identical to this. Or I can go back to web indexing, which I'll do. And again, find batches. And again, I have options of doing a birth record or the same sort of thing again, military duty. Now, I would show you the birth record one, but I have to check a box that says that I'm not going to share it with anybody because it's private, because this is about living people. I mean, look at this year range. This is living people and it's private. And so I'm not going to make a webcast about that. But anyway, I will continue. There's the option to go intermediate if I want to find other ones. And so like if I pick one of these, I can choose to index it if I want to, but just take a good look over it. If I feel like, oh, it's got a paper in front of it. What is this all about? Look at that fancy handwriting. So anyway, if I don't want it, of course, I can just go to batch and then return batch. And I think I'm going to stick to the beginning stuff. But if you want to, you can always go to the more advanced or intermediate levels. But I'm going to stick with beginning and I'm going to continue on. And that's how it's done. Oh, that one's already completed. So I was too late to get to it. Somebody else snatched it up before I did. So I have to go to the birth records now. Let me show you one last thing. So back here on the My Batches page, we see progress. Here it shows how many things I have indexed just in the last month, which actually is just yesterday and today. But you can look at it in chart form, or you can look at projects. And these are the different projects that I've done and how many records have been submitted within each of those projects. So that's just another thing to look at. And that is it.